What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. Happy Saturday. Hope y'all caught Hotep's Been Told You on Thursday. If you haven't, go watch the replay or listen to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, etc., etc. As always, hit that subscribe button. Tucker Carlson. In recent years, in my foray into conservative thinking and leanings in people, Tuck was the man that's, was above reproach. He was the golden boy. He was the gold standard of conservatism from the people online. Let me take that back. For people that are on television, he was the gold standard of conservative. He was the person people would point out, not everybody in Fox is sold out, or not everybody at Fox is a turncoat or a liberal. Look at Tucker Carlson. That's our boy. Well. I'm just going to play his take on, Sidney Powell. She's an attorney for Trump. And, she got up there with Giuliani and they made some accusations. I'm just going to play his take. We'll see what it's about.
Well, last night, in a segment about voter fraud and investigations into it, we told you about Sidney Powell, the former federal prosecutor, and her claim that roughly 7 million votes were secretly changed on election night by rigged vote counting software. Well, in the last 24 hours since we did that, we've heard from a lot of people about that segment, including people in the White House and people close to the president. Like us, they have concluded that this election was not fair. Like us, they are willing to believe any explanation for what happened. Like us, they have not seen a single piece of evidence showing that software changed votes. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It might have happened. It means they haven't seen any evidence that it happened. And by they, we are including other members of Donald Trump's own legal team. They have not seen Powell's evidence either. No testimony from employees inside the software companies, no damning internal documents, no copies of the software itself. So that's where we are. Sidney Powell came on Fox this morning and suggested we may not have to wait much longer. I fully expect, she says, that we will be able to prove all of it in a court within the next 2 weeks. Well, as far as we're concerned, that is great news. If Sidney Powell can prove the technology companies switched millions of votes and stole a presidential election, she will have almost single-handedly uncovered the greatest crime in the history of this country, and no one will be more grateful for that than us.
He says a little bit more. I was watching the Amazing Lucas's stream, and he played the whole thing. He's basically saying, he hasn't seen any evidence. Now, if you go stroll through Twitter, General Flynn slams Tucker Carlson. Plenty of people are. Wait, where am I at? The Trump riff was Fox News widens. Tucker cucked. Sydney for sure watches ratings drop like a rock. We have the power. People are upset at Tucker for not holding the line, apparently. Now, I will say one thing. I wouldn't expect the legal team to show me evidence that you have to present in court. I think I'm not a lawyer. I wanted to be when I was a kid, but I'm not a lawyer. but I would think it'd be unwise to show your evidence before the world before you have to go to court or whatever. Do they have evidence? I don't know. Like Tucker said, we haven't seen it. To some people, the mere theory of this happening like that is improbable to them. To me, that's not the case. Like I think we talked about a little bit on a podcast, which seems to me, the CIA, the Alphabet Boys, they've done this sort of thing in third world countries, Latin America, for decades. I'm sure they practice this sort of thing over there. That's, to me, is it within the world of real. Now, whether it was done or not, that remains to be seen. Did they cover their tracks good enough? Is there a way to audit it? I don't know, but it's interesting. Everybody's turning on Tucker. Everybody's turning on their golden boy. For asking for evidence. Now, is he playing the role? Or was I seen some person on 4chan said he was trying to play liberal scout, trying to get the information out so they can counter it. That's why I said it wouldn't be wise for anyone to show like the evidence before you have to go to court. Everybody's picking up on it. CNN's picking up on it. Tucker Carlson Backlash tells us something important about some Trump supporters. Traitor, globalist, sellout. Those weren't the insults reserved for a CNN or MSNBC anchor on Friday. No, those were aimed at a conservative media darling, Tucker Carlson. Even seeing everybody's catching up on it. Picking up on it. At worst, he was trying to extract some evidence, which would no doubt helped, the deep state. At best, he was trying to play an honest reporter, honest journalist, honest commentator. I can't call it. I've divorced myself from mainstream media for a while, man. So the people that were saying that Tucker's this and Tucker's that, I had no clue about it. I only seen what I seen on the clips. He seemed like an above board guy, but I don't know. I've never watched his show. At some point you got to think, they don't just let anybody up on have these shows. Mockingbird was a real thing. You have to understand, these people have the power to talk to, I don't know, millions of Americans at a time, can influence millions of Americans at a time. Almost like they're the demigods of this era, if you sit there and think about it. But I never was into him because I was never into mainstream media. After a while, like always, as a Black American and African American, I caught it to shine. Some of us have been raised to be incredulous of the media. I was in my household. But when I'm trying to think, probably the events of the Iraq War in that day in September, I knew it was over. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. I was like, I'm done with it. And I didn't even look back ever since. I've been online trying to get news in alternate media sites. I went through phases, the antiwar.com, whatreallyhappened.com. I remember the libertyforum.org was popping. Just alternative things, alternative thoughts. But it shows you how much people believed in Trump, believed in MAGA, if they're going to go against the golden boy. People are grifting off of this, man. I swear to God, man. Oh, man. Wait. It wasn't this one. Hold on. Let me just do Tucker Carlson. No lie. People are grifting. She's grifting. Yamichi grifting. This guy grifted. Who's this guy?
I didn't believe it. I recently heard that Tucker Carlson.
Hold on.
I recently heard that Tucker Carlson did a hit job on Sidney Powell. I didn't believe it, so I took a look at it myself. Now, everyone knows that Tucker Carlson's pretty much been in the game for a long time, so I'm quite sure he knows that a lawyer presents his evidence to a court of law, not to a bunch of I hate Trump media mobsters to sabotage. Now, I haven't watched Fox News for a very long time now, and after listening to what Tucker Carlson just did, it's 100% chance that I'll never watch Fox News again.
Grift. The I hate Tucker grift. I can't call it, man. What do y'all think about it? I want to hear from the people that listen to Tucker. Is this over the years? Is this warranted? Is this insane? Are people out here just grifting or what? Maybe he's doing his job. Maybe he isn't. Well, maybe he is doing his job. If you get what I'm saying. But I have no problem, with Sidney saying, not giving him the evidence. Because like the man just said, the evidence is presented in a court of law. And just putting it out prematurely, that could have serious consequences for your case. It is what it is. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Please subscribe. Please share. Please hit that like button. Patreon, PayPal, all that. Grifton Season hoodies in the store. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.